Good. Hello, everybody. I am very pleased to be making an announcement today on behalf of Ancaster Legacy FC. Today is one of the most exciting days in our club's history. Today, we're going to go through a number of small announcements to introduce to you some of our staff, as well as a surprise major announcement with a couple of follow-ups at the end. So first up, we're going to talk about the year that was, some of the challenges, some of the successes. I'm going to introduce to you Matthew Maughn, our business manager, which some of you have met. Afshin Korkorian, our club head referee, again, some of you have met, as well as our brand new programs coordinator and our brand new technical director, followed by our special major announcement. So looking at the year that was, our competitive programming has grown 26.7% from 2021 to 2022. Our recreational programming has grown 64% from 2021 to 2022. And our Heritage Days tournament, which was the largest tournament in Ontario in 2021, grew by 17.8%. Our U18 girls team participated in the Ontario Women's Soccer League and were the league runner-up, as well as the champions of our own Heritage Days tournament, and 8 of their players committed to university or college level programs. Our U17 girls team are the champions, as well as the U16 boys and the U15 girls teams, respective champions of the Hamilton District Soccer League. So I'd like to bring on Matthew Maughn to share a few words about his experience so far at the club and give him an opportunity to introduce himself and share his face with you all. Some of you have met Matthew, many of you have not. Many of you have only talked to him over the phone or email. Matthew, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what your background is in football and your experience so far working for the club.
Well, first and foremost, Brandon, thanks for this exciting day for the club. First and foremost, this is a day that I know we've all been looking forward to get the club moving in the right direction and expanding our horizons. For myself, who am I? I'm just a guy who's loved football from the age of 6 or 7 years old. Fell in love with the game the minute I stepped on the pitch, and from that moment, falling in love with the game, I knew that soccer was going to be in my life forever. Lo and behold, it's taken a course that has led me to Ancaster Legacy. But just rewind a little bit. I played OISL growing up. For many of you that don't know, that was the highest level of Canada at the time. I got to move on to the collegiate level, played NCAA and the NJCAA, junior college in Texas and Alabama, respectively. And then I ended up finishing my college career in Laureate and the OUAs. And then from then on, I just pursued a career path in football and business, or I worked at the CPL for a number of years. And that opportunity led me to where I am now with the Ancaster family that I'm proud to be a part of. And days like today made, this reinforced I made the right decision in my career. And I'm excited to get working with the club and, onto bigger and better things.
Awesome. On behalf of the Ancaster Legacy Football Club, Matthew, thank you so much for working with us. It's a pleasure to work with you, and I'm really looking forward to where you can help this club grow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to bring up Afshin. Yep. Afshin Korkorian is our club head referee. And Afshin, if you'd like to share a few words about your background in football as a match official and otherwise, and why you came to the club, and essentially what your vision for match officials are here and beyond.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Afshin, as our president just alluded to. I've been a match official since the age of 15, which is over 23 years now. Quite a while. I started at Airmill Soccer Club. I used to live in Mississauga, and by 2006, I was a provincial referee, one of the youngest in Canada at the time. Took a couple of years hiatus when I moved to university, when I moved to Hamilton, but I returned to officiating in 2012 after 3 years of taking a break, and have been involved ever since. Moved back up to provincial level again in 2012, and as a club head referee, I've experience at Etobicoke Youth Soccer Club, where I was the head referee from 2006 to 2008, and been involved with the referees organizations in Peel Halton, North York, Hamilton, and other districts as well. So I heard that the position was open at Ancaster Legacy through another referee. I applied and hoping to use my experience to improve the standard refereeing at our club, and hopefully to show our younger refs that it is possible to move to much higher levels that I have moved up to in the past, and hopefully move as many help as many of them as possible move up to wherever they aspire to. So that's the gist of it. I'm looking forward to working with the club for the years to come, and I'm looking forward to meeting as many members as possible, and also hopefully hearing everybody's feedback as well as to how we can improve our referees and our program in general.
Do you have any advice to young match officials, or what would be your number one piece of advice to a young match official?
The sky is the limit as long as you stick to your passion. Don't get discouraged if you have a bad game, or if you have parents or coaches or spectators or whoever yell at you. Everybody has a bad game, even the best of the best. Keep your head up, educate yourself, learn from your mistakes, and education is key. Fitness is key. You got to keep your fitness level up even during the off season. Staying focused and learning from the best, I would say. And there are people around who will help you achieve your potentials. You just have to work hard and never give up, and you will get to where you want to be as long as you stick to your plan.
Awesome. Thank you, Afshin, and it's a pleasure having you at the Ancaster Legacy Football Club. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to bring up our first new employee, Averey Hutchinson. Averey Hutchinson is our new programs coordinator and is a player at our club with our U21 women's team. Averey, do you want to share with me a little bit about your experience in soccer and some of your favorite moments in your still young career and what you want to do over the next few years?
Play for the U18, now U21 women's team with Ancaster. And I unfortunately have had many injuries. So with Brendan, I started learning the more statistical and analytical side of the sport. And through that, it helped me learn that I want to go to school eventually for sport management and marketing. And so I'm taking this gap year to work and gain experience. And then next year, I'll go off to university for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Averey, and welcome to the club. Okay. So many of you have been asking about our technical services. And for much of the summer, we have not had a technical director. And I am very pleased to announce that we have found, I believe, the true future of this club. And I'd like to bring up Murad Sukru. Many of you have seen Murad around Hamilton through his work with One Touch Soccer. Murad is a former Canadian U20 national team player, a two-time AUS All-Star with Cape Breton University, and an ex-professional abroad in both Holland and Turkey. More recently, Murad coached Keanu College and Sheridan College, leading them respectively to a 2018 ACAC championship and a 2020 OCAA silver medal. Has been technical director with One Touch Academy in the Fort McMurray Soccer Association and holds a bachelor in sport management from Cape Breton University. Murad, if you'd like to share a few words about your background and why you joined the club and what your technical vision is for the competitive and grassroots programs at this club.
Thank you, Brendan. My name is Coach Murad. I started off playing soccer when I was just under 12. I fell in love with it immediately, and I just wanted to be the best. I trained 2-3 times a day until the next year. I made the provincial team, and from the provincial team, a year later, I made the under 19 Canadian national team, and from there, I went overseas. 3.5 years of experience there in Holland, which I loved, and I started coaching there as well on my off time. I came back, I started playing semi-professional here in Hamilton for Hamilton Thunder. which was our first CPSL professional team here in Hamilton at the time. From there, I got a full scholarship to Cape Breton University, did my 4 years there, came back, still started playing semi-pro, played for our local Hamilton, Croatia team here, Hamilton Serbians, and I finished off with them. And then I began coaching for the last about 12 years. I chose Ancasters because it's a very precious club that's been around for decades. And I have a lot of family here. I'm from Hamilton. So it was just an honor to be a part of something that we're building towards a lot of success. And I'm extremely happy, and I can't wait to meet the players, the parents, the coaches, and just very eager to get on the field and make a difference here in Hamilton and help players develop in a proper way. And that's it.
So you are one of the lucky few, or chosen few, or earned few that made it, so to speak, that made a career out of football, that went to university, played successfully. What would be your advice to every 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old boy or girl who wants to play university or college football or wants to play pro football? What was the number one thing that you learned that helped you along your competitive and grassroots pathway?
It's just my mindset. My mindset, I just wanted to be the best. I woke up every day, 6:30. I did my workouts, fitness in the morning, technical work in the afternoon. If I was playing with, training with my older teams or with the provincial team or with the national team, I always played on the men's team when I was growing up, and just had that mindset that, I want to be the best and I have to work really, really hard. There was no time off for me. I was at home. I'd come from my fitness in the morning. I'd eat my breakfast, relax, I'd just be a hermit for the rest of the day until soccer at nighttime. And that's the only advice that I can give to young upcoming athletes that want to take this game to a next level and be serious with it. It just starts within, and you have to be willing to sacrifice and put in a lot of hard work, and surround yourself with good coaches and a good organization. And right now is the best time in Canada, with the World Cup approaching, with the CPSL, the success of the CPL, with the MLS. There's just a lot of opportunities for the youth right now and in several years to come. And I'm just really excited to be a part of Castor Legacy FC and have my footprint in there to help players in Hamilton get to that next level.
Awesome. Thank you, Murad. And on behalf of the club, welcome to the club. It's an honor to have you. Thank you. Okay, we're now going to move on to our surprise major announcement. Go ahead. So we recognize that there is a gap, and has been a gap for a long time, in programming for female soccer athletes in particular. Opportunities are somewhat limited, professionally certainly so, but even at the collegiate level, they've always been behind men. So we want to do our part to make sure that female athletes, as well as male athletes, have as many opportunities to play professionally and academically as possible. As part of that mission, we have very proudly partnered with a club in the National Women's Soccer League who will help us have the resources necessary to make sure that the girls who deserve to see their dreams come true can see their dreams come true. This partnership will give us access to resources to provide those opportunities and provide our coaches opportunities to advance their own knowledge of the sport and advance their career. We are proud to announce that we are the first Canadian affiliate of a National Women's Soccer, first Canadian youth affiliate of a National Women's Soccer League club, and we are a proud partner with Gotham FC in New Jersey and New York. Gotham FC plays out of Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. They were founded in 2007 as Jersey Sky Blue in the USLW League at the time. In 2012, they made the transition to the National Women's Soccer League. And just last year, they changed their name to New York, New Jersey, Gotham FC. 3 Canadians of a special note have played for Gotham: Kaylin Sheridan, Evelyn Vienne, and most recently, Victoria Pickett. Some of the benefits of this partnership include all of our grassroots female teams will now be called Gotham FC Legacy Juniors. All female teams at the club will have a Gotham FC patch on their jerseys. We will cooperate with Gotham FC on an annual camp for specifically female athletes. Gotham FC will be part of Ancaster Legacy's player pathway end goal for female athletes as part of our overall player pathway, including adult amateur competitive soccer and university and college soccer pathways. And our technical director, who you just met, will be part of the process in early talent identification for those women and young girls who are on the track to play professionally or abroad. I'd like to introduce Justin Marriott. Go ahead. Justin Marriott is the Vice President of Youth Soccer for Gotham FC, is the Chief Executive of True Balance Sports Consulting, who work with Gotham FC, Player Toolbox, Nike Soccer, and PDA Soccer, and he himself has a strong soccer background, holding a USSF A license. Go ahead. If you don't mind, we're just going to stop the screen share for a moment. Okay. Thank you. So, Justin, welcome to Ancaster. Welcome to Ontario. Welcome to Canada. It's a pleasure having you here. Truly is an honor to partner with an organization like Gotham FC. And I'm wondering if you can share a few words about what Gotham FC's vision is for developing women's football and where you see the women's football game going in the next 5 and 10 years.
Thank you, Brendan. Well, Gotham is pretty ambitious. It's targeting becoming one of the best women's teams in the world. We currently operate our first team in the NWSL. We are certainly not happy with our position in the league. There is major undertakings occurring already to change that with our playing personnel, our coaching, and our other sporting director pieces. But we have full support of ownership. We are ready to build a youth academy based to supplement those clubs, those teams in the older age groups. And we want to be competing for championships. We want to be sending players to the US national team squads, as well as other international squads. But we really want to build a solid base of New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Eastern Pennsylvania players. Those districts that I've just gone through, or those regions, have a rich history over the last 25, 30 years of supplying players into the US women's national team. There is a litany of those players from those regions across the NWSL rosters now. And there's moves taking place within the league that will be ratified shortly about the homegrown player rules and the pathway to pro. And we want to maximize our ability to have a local flavor, high talent, and obviously, leading to participating in playoffs and championship games. And then obviously with our partnership, which you've just announced here, we want to open that pathway into Ontario and hopefully further afield in Canada. As you mentioned, Victoria is our latest signing, and we've got big expectations of her. Canadian women have done a fantastic job over the years, and we want to continue to develop that. Where we see, or where I see the women's game going, NWSL to keep getting stronger and stronger. For the US women's national team to be challenged in its overseas competitions. Obviously there's several European teams. My home country itself won its first European title a couple of weeks ago. And I think the rise of the women's game in the major leagues in Europe is going to be a real test to, both Canada and the US women's national team. But I think we all appreciate competition in terms of, raising that high level elite performance. And then on the other side to it is, obviously the financial aspect of making sure that players are rewarded appropriately, bringing in sponsorship and partnership pieces and really generating interest, and that includes, fans in the stadium and making it a very viable career but not only on the field, off the field. The future of work, we believe, has a strong empowerment, for female as well as minorities in pieces there, and we want to be kind of the flagship for that. But really going back to what I originally said, being one of the best, women's soccer franchises in the world.
So your title is Vice President of Youth Soccer. Can you tell me a little bit about what your role and mission is specifically with Gotham?
Certainly can, Brendan. It is to raise awareness within those communities within 30 to 45 minutes of our stadium. They are high populated areas with a tradition for and current a lot of youth soccer participation. But unfortunately, despite our rebrand, which was a marketing success, it's not translated into people knowing who we are and subsequently wanting to come to game in, game out. So we have to do that. We're doing that through a lot of community outreach. We're looking to build affiliations, and we want to do that by giving. All right, and this includes to yourselves, even though you're much further afield, is we want to give you access to our technical staff. We want to give you access to our playing staff. And obviously with technology these days, you don't need to necessarily invite people to a particular geographical venue or a physical venue. You can do these things virtually. So to have our younger players who hail from parts of New Jersey, have them talk to players, to give virtual coaching education opportunities, to hear inner workings about that. And we want people to really be excited, engaged, and feel as though they're part of a family almost, that welcomes them to games and welcomes them to events that we have. We're also doing it through camps and clinics, just traditional way of getting out into the communities, having people player appearances there, coach appearances there, get people in Gotham gear and have them excited about that and wanting to wear it to their next practice, as well as complimentary tickets, once they attend one of those programs. The idea being if they come to one game, we're fortunate that we are tenants at Red Bull Arena, which is one of the best arenas in the country. And it's a great place to play. I was there this past Sunday against Angel FC. Unfortunately, the on-field result did not go our way, but I would say it was an exciting sporting event. Crowd of just over 7,000, and there was an atmosphere there. So that's what we want to try to build there. So much can go on here in terms of being an inspiration, being a role model, to excite players to train harder, and to have that dream of playing on the field that where the players currently are. But as I say, have people, we've had people here that have talked about technical. We've had people here that have talked about mindset. We've had people that have talked about referees. I talked about the future of work, to have people, college interns coming into our marketing department, coming into our ticketing people, and seeing that there's a career in sports. So yes, it starts and ends with our performance in the NWSL, but I think there's so much wider that we can do there.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I'll just add to that last question. As I may have mentioned before, currently we have our first team that operates and our reserve group. We are looking to one of our appointments shortly will be a technical director to head our youth academy. And we are striving very hard to develop relationships with all of the youth soccer community, but particularly the higher end that plays in a couple of divisions called ECNL and the GA, or the Girls Academy. And some of those are the top performing clubs year in, year out in the US. And they are right in our local geographical area. And we want to give supplemental opportunities to their top players. And potentially, give them playing opportunities, which may have a pathway to pro.
Like I said, it's an honor to have you here, and thank you to people like you and everybody at Gotham FC It's very important to me personally, for anyone who knows me, that we advance the role of women in sport and in football in particular. It's a very exciting time to be a soccer fan, especially in Canada. Whether you're male or female, we've got the Men's World Cup coming up in Qatar, and the women's team coming off, of course, their Olympic victory. And so it's a really exciting time to be part of youth football, as kids are now dreaming bigger and better than they ever have before. But certainly females have needed a little bit of extra assistance for so long, and they're finally getting it with organizations like Gotham and the National Women's Soccer League. And I'm really looking forward to working with you guys to furthering football up here, and what we can learn from you guys, and giving our female players and coaches of our female players every resource they need to be successful. So Justin, thank you so much for your time and for coming down. It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you. Okay. So we're not quite done yet today. If you want to go ahead and click, thank you. We have a couple more small things, nothing quite as uplifting as that one and inspirational as that one, but we want to tease you with a couple more things that we'll be announcing over the next few weeks. Your first question may be, well, that's wonderful, Brendan. We're glad that we're giving such an opportunity to our young females. What about the boys in our club? In the next 1 to 2 months, we are hoping that we will be able to announce a similar partnership that will mirror much of what was just presented to you with Gotham FC for the boys in our club. This club has a bit more of an established Canadian presence, and the whole process is already underway. So I'm hoping that we can share that with you in the next month or two. We're also, in the next couple of weeks, we'll announce a partnership with a new indoor facility. Go ahead. We will be training exclusively at this facility. It'll be our only home moving forward. Many of you have expressed frustrations and concerns that we have been training at multiple different facilities over the past few years. Those concerns have been heard, and they will be addressed. So keep your eye out in the next couple of weeks for a further announcement about our indoor facilities. Finally, I'd like to discuss some programming changes. Many of you have called into us and emailed us with your concerns and praise, of course, but concerns mostly noted about our competitive programming. We have been stuck in the same sort of cycle for many, many years now. So in conjunction with Murad, our new technical director, we will be making several changes to our programming. Grassroots teams in particular will have futsal programming as part of their curriculum moving forward. Winter training will be structured in more of a academy style format. So there will be a much stricter curriculum followed that will be, of course, developed in conjunction with our technical director, that will be adopted by all of our teams across the board to ensure that our players are following a similar path forward. We will be scrapping our team fee system, so to speak. A common complaint is that it's very confusing when there are two different fees that are paid to two different payment gateways, so to speak. So moving forward, we'll be working with the coaches and managers to develop a single fee that'll be adopted from the beginning of the season, and then working from within a team budget as opposed to collecting the payments separately, even though they're going into the same account. Recreational soccer will have all-star or select type programming to be announced early next spring. There will be more changes forthcoming based on the feedback that we've gotten from parents, players, and coaches about our technical curriculum that we'll be very happy to share with you in the very near future. For listening, thank you very much. If you have any questions related to competitive technical programming, Murad Sukru, our new technical director, is the person to contact at technical@ancasterlegacy.com. If you have questions about our recreational programming, Averey Hutchinson, our new program coordinator, will be happy to help you. Club development questions, accounting questions, Matthew Maughn, our business manager. Matt, you can wave again. We'll be more than happy to help you as well at manager@ancasterlegacy.com. And finally, our match official questions can be directed to Afshin Korkorian, our club head referee. Thank you very much for your time today. It's a very exciting day to be a part of our club. We've got much more exciting news coming. Stay tuned. Thank you.